Hello, church family. I'm happy to share with you that we are planning to welcome you back to in-house worship on May 31st. We are planning 3 services, 8:30, 11, and 1 o'clock. We will continue to live stream our Sunday service at 11 for anyone who is not able to attend for whatever reason. Also on Wednesdays, we will continue to worship online, so you will stay at home on Wednesdays and experience the service there. Regarding our Sunday services, you are invited to sign up for a Sunday service on our website, and you'll find out more about how to sign up in just a moment. I'd like to take a moment to describe the worship services that we are planning. Our Phase 1 worship experience has been planned by our executive team and approved by our executive board, or our board of directors. We planned this service with you and our great community in mind. We're taking strong measures to ensure that we're keeping you safe and also our community. Our services are designed for no more than 25% of our sanctuary seating capacity. Our doors will be locked until 15 minutes prior to service times. Seating in the sanctuary will be arranged in such a way as to provide a 6-foot perimeter around each family during the service. Our ministry team members will be required to submit to a temperature test prior to the first service on Sunday. Hand sanitizer dispensers will be placed throughout the church. Be assured that the building will be sanitized between each service, and our First Impressions team members will be happy to open doors for you while you're in our building. We're asking our members to be considerate of the health and safety of others while you're here in the building and worshiping. While we don't require it, we do strongly encourage you to wear a mask when you're moving throughout the building, when you're entering, when you're leaving. Feel free to wear a mask throughout the entire service. We encourage that and we understand that. And instead of shaking hands, let's just go with this. How's that? That universal sign of I love you. Let's be careful about shaking hands and hugging. Let's just make sure that we're cautious and not putting anyone at risk. The COVID-19 virus and the governmental response has created a firestorm of debate in our nation. I'm also aware that there are varying sentiments within our church family about this pandemic. So I want to challenge our church to arrive on our property with a heart to celebrate Jesus and to experience His power through worship and through the preaching of His word. Let's embrace what we have in common, that being our faith. Let's be prepared to practice patience and mercy with those who may or may not be in step with your thinking about what all is going on in our world. Now listen, if you feel that you may become angry or offended that someone is or isn't wearing a mask, just stay home. Enjoy our live stream service. My final thought would be, if you're over the age of 60, we understand that there's a greater risk when you go into public, and so we completely understand that you might need to stay home for now. If you have been deemed as at risk, please stay at home for now. If you have anyone in your family with a fever, please stay at home. If you feel uncomfortable coming out in public in these conditions or circumstances, we understand. We'll see you when the time is right. I look forward to seeing you on May 31st. We're going to have a great time with the Lord Jesus Christ.
Hey church, we're so excited to welcome you to an in-person family service at ATC. We are unable at this time to offer any kids classes or kids live services. As soon as we're confident that we can do it safely, we'll be back at it, but we expect that everyone will be in the sanctuary worshiping God together. The health and well-being of both your children and our volunteers is our top priority. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We're still working to have amazing, engaging materials, both online and in print, so keep checking your emails, and there may be a little bit more in store. So when we return to ATC this Sunday, we expect all families to be seated together in the sanctuary. There are diaper changing stations in both the men's and the women's bathrooms, should they be needed. And of course, we have space available for our nursing mothers just follow the posted guidelines to ensure the welfare of everyone who uses that space. We continue to pray for all your children, students, families to move one step closer to Jesus wherever we are. And we're planning for the day that we can serve you in person. Until then, we love you. Take care.
All right, guys, so I'm gonna help do a walkthrough of what this coming Sunday is gonna look like. Let's check it out. First of all, one of the ushers will open the door for you. And we're gonna encourage you to use this side or that side of the entrance. So instead of using the middle entrance, we're gonna have you use the right side and the left side of the doors here. So come on. Once we get inside, we're going to encourage you to use social distancing measures. And one of the ways that we've elected to do that is to just encourage you to go right into the sanctuary on the left or the right side and not hang out in the foyer. If you want to do some chatting with your people, hang out in the parking lot, take your conversations to the phone perhaps. But for right now, we're encouraging you to use the left and the right side of the foyer. Let's go check out what the sanctuary looks like. Once we get into the sanctuary, we're going to encourage you to not sit in the pews that have the cordoned off ropes here, but to sit in the areas that are open. Feature that. And so one of the things that we're encouraging you to do is no more than 2 families per row. If you have a large family, you can certainly take up the whole row, no problem. But if there's 2 or 3 of you, sit on one side of the pew. Give it 6 feet so that the other family is sitting on the other side of the pew. We want plenty of distance between everyone for this time for social distancing. Also for prayer and worship, again, we are encouraging you to have incredible prayer, incredible worship right in your pew.
We're using the same process we do for life groups. So you will find a banner on our ATC website, atchurch.org, as I'm sure you know by now. And you will see 3 groups titled ATC Sunday Service with the corresponding times, 8:30, 11 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. Choose your service. Let's say I want to come to the 8:30 service. So I choose ATC Service 8:30. I click on the button that says join this group, and I join that group. We need to know exactly how many are coming to each service, so you have to enroll every member of your family separately. Spouse, parents, children, yes, even babies. You will receive an email confirmation into the service within 24 hours. When we reach capacity for that service, that will be closed and you'll have to choose a different time. It's that easy. And if you can't register for your service online, please call the office and we have staff ready to serve you and sign you up for the service of your choice. If you're not ready to return to in-person services, that's okay too. We'll see you next Sunday morning at 11 o'clock on the live stream. Registration is open. Remember, atchurch.org and sign up.